I'm walking around in the circle of life, doing things I know.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video here is going to be my fall makeup look for you guys. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I just took a break because, you know, like I've had a lot going on and everything. But I'm back. I'm here, you know. So let's get on with this video. Okay, so I'm zoomed right in really close for you guys. It's not too close, but you guys know what I mean. So I'm going to do it like a different way this time. I'm going to actually explain what I'm doing instead of doing music or voiceover or anything like that. I'm just going to talk throughout the video. So let's get started. Okay, so you guys know I always use my kitty ears. Okay, so the first thing I'm going in with is my e.l.f. primer. You guys seen this over a million times, and this is the one in sheer right here. So yeah, I guess this can be a chit chat fall look, I guess. So maybe I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, honestly. But as soon as I get this put on my eyeballs, I will come back. So the only thing I'm really doing is putting it on here, and then I'm going to blend it out with my beauty blender, just like I always do. So when I get this blended out, when I start blending it out, I'll be right back. Okay, so you guys can see it right here on my eyes. And I'm just taking my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend it out, following the shapes of my eyes. And do not, and I repeat, do not mind my eyebrows. I ain't had time to pluck them and trim them up, so don't mind them. So I'm just doing the same thing for the other eye, as you guys can see here. Which the other eye, I always have the most trouble with. So, as you guys can see right there, that one corner right here, it always gives me the most trouble. So I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to smear it in that way. And it's still not working, so we'll just leave that part. Okay, so I'm going in with the Scotch tape here, and I'm just going to put it right here on my eyes. This is just like I always do. I don't know why I do this. I think because it makes it so much easier for me to guide it. You don't really need a whole big piece. You just need probably that much. And I'm just going to stick it right here. Like the way I always do it, I always follow my bottom lash line right here, as you guys can see, and then I angle it up like this. And there you go. So when I do this other eye, I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got the tape on now, and I know this one's bigger than this one, but it's okay. Now I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush. Yes, it's pretty much stained green and still got some green eyeshadow in it from when the last time I was doing my makeup. Okay, so the palettes I'm going to be using is my James Charles palette. You guys know I absolutely love this palette. Babe got it for me, and because the reason why he got it for me is because I bought him 2 reels for his poles so he can go fishing. And then he asked me for some more line and stuff for the pose that day. And I told him, I said, okay. And then the next few days after, while I was at work, he, when I came home, he had this waiting for me. And it's already boxed and everything. So, you guys seen the video of it. But here's what it looks like. If you guys haven't seen the Morphe James Charles palette, I highly recommend it. Most people really don't like the palette because the way the colors are really flaky. But to me, that really don't matter. I'm used to flaky palettes. But it's just these colors. These colors are amazing. Like, sorry for the glare of the ring light, but I'm going to take this color in Code James right here, which you guys could see that. This one right here, it's Code James. And I'm going to do that all over my lid. So, taking Code James, you guys can see how pigmented these colors actually are for me. So, okay, so for Code James, I'm just going to apply it all over my lid. So, as you guys can see right here, and honestly, with these nails, it's kind of hard doing. Okay, so I'm just going to barely leave it like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this eye. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you get done with Code James. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my Ulta Beauty eyeshadow brush. As you guys can see right here, this is what it looks like. And then the next color I'm going to go in with is Benny, which is this really, really dark brown shade. It almost looks black right here. And then where I'm going to put Benny is right here on the outer corners. So basically, I'm just going to take it and get off the excess. And then I'm just going to take it and I'm pretty much just going to pat Benny right here. As you guys can see right there, how it's looking so far. And yes, I will be blending these colors out. I know most people gripe at me because I'm not a really good blender when it comes to eyeshadows. But you know what? It's... For some shades, I am really good at blending. But sometimes you really ain't got the time to sit here and do all this blending and shit like that. So now I'm doing the same thing again with my right eye. Just patting Benny down in there, as you guys can see. And I'm only doing it to halfway on the edges right there. See how it looks? Okay, so now I'm taking my Beauty Accents Blending Eyeshadow Brush, and this is what this one looks like after I drop it. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to blend in circles and up and down motions, as you guys can see right here. This will get better. It's just, it's looking a little horrifying right now. So you guys can see sweeping back and forth and circular motions up and down to achieve what you want there. And it's still going to be really dark on the edges, but that is just fine. Well, for me, it's just fine. You guys might be a little bit better on blending than me. So you guys might like it like this, and some of you guys might still like it kind of harsh like that. But I'm just going to pretty much keep blending this until I achieve the way I want it. Okay, so now I'm going back in with my Ulta Beauty eyeshadow brush, and then I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's the 10% off shade, and that's That's legit the name of this shade. So you guys can see how much I've got it blended out better now, and it don't look as harsh as it did. And what I want to do with the 10% off shade is, you guys see how it's on the brush right there, and I'm just going to take this and I'm going to go over the top right here. This ain't going to really look amazing, but you guys see how it's looking now. You want it to be kind of harsh. I know this ain't really going to turn out the way I want it to. And yes, you will have to blend these, so you want like this. We only got a couple more things to do for this eye look. Okay, so once it looks like this, you're going to go back in with your blending brush and you're going to blend all these together. And I got some on the tip of my nose right here. So you're just going to blend all of them together now. That's pretty much, I know this look is not going to look the way I want it to, but in this, I'm actually describing this and doing this like a beginner on makeup. I don't understand why it's not turning out for me today. May have to restart this. I don't know. That actually hurt. Okay, next I'm going to go in with this shade right here. And then this shade here is Halloween. I'm just going to barely take my finger in it and get it where it looks like this. And then with this shade, what you want to do is just dab it and then smear it on the eye look. So it should start actually looking a little glitterful right here. So, and then you want to do the same to the other eye right here. So we're almost done. Alright, so that's what it should look like so far. Now we're going in with Wig, which is the color beside of it. Doing the same thing with your finger, just ever so slightly. And then that shade should look like this. And then that shade is going to go pretty much right beside that shade. Okay. Yes, I will blend this out. But this is what kind of crazy concoction we're working with right now. Okay. So now I'm taking my middle finger and smearing it out so much. As you guys can see. Okay, so once you achieved it to look something like this, you're going to want to take your eyeliner, and then this is the eyeliner I'm using, which is the Maybelline Master Precise All Day, and it just looks like this. You guys see this millions of times in my videos, and it looks like that. So you're going to take it, you're going to start from right here to however big you want your wing. Push down. Color in parts of the wing. Like that. Make a skinnier one. Make a skinnier one to connect it. So, like that. This makeup sucks today. Okay, so once you get the liner to looking like this, you are going to want to take the tape off now. And it should actually look a whole lot better once you take the tape off. Okay, so that is how it should look. Now let's move on to foundation. Okay, so for the foundation for this look, I am actually going to be using my e.l.f. one again. I'm going to use the rest of this today. This is the e.l.f. Satin Foundation, and this is in beige. Pretty much I use this in all my tutorials, so I'm almost out of it anyways. So I'm just going to use what's on the applicator here. And yes, I usually do my foundation and then my mascara. But as you guys can see, what I'm doing, I'm just applying it all over right here. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender here. I have everything in Ziploc bags. So take my beauty blender, and then I'm just going to start blending like this. So you can either tap it the whole freaking way, or you can pat and tap like I'm doing. Like smear and tap. I just kicked the tripod. See how I'm smearing and tapping it to blend it all the way through. And then once you get your foundation on, your actual look that you created will actually look better, as you guys can see how mine is turning out. That's why I always put the tape on and then do the eyeshadow and stuff, because if you don't do your eyeshadow before you put your foundation on, you're going to have all that fallout and everything. If you do your foundation after you do your foundation, you can blend all that fallout stuff with your foundation. So as you guys can see here, how mine is starting to pick up now. You see how better that looks now? Okay, so once you got all your foundation blended in, as you guys can see how mine looks now, how mine looks more better. Now I'm going in with the Bare Minerals powder foundation. Right here, this is more like a pressed powder, but it's like really loose. I don't know how well you guys are actually seeing that, but I've had this stuff for a long time. And with this, I'm going to use my big powder brush right here. But this is a big blush brush, but I'm going to use it for this powder. And as you guys can see how loose this stuff is, you just barely want enough to cover your face. You don't want to look like you took a bath in this stuff. So you just take it and apply it all over your face to set your foundation, to give it a more darker look. You guys could see here. Okay, so once you got all that put in, okay, so once you got all that smoothed in, I guess that's how you would say it. I know this video is going to be long and it's pretty much all over the place, but I'm sorry about that. Okay, now I'm taking my Maybelline Mega Plush mascara right here, and I'm just going to do my lashes like normal. So for me, I always tilt my head back, open my eyes as wide as they can get, and do my lashes that way. Or I'll wiggle the brush that way, so you guys can see how good this mascara is. Okay, for the bottom, you guys can see. Now you see the difference? So you want to do that for your other eye. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's done now. So now what I'm going to do is blush and highlighter. So for my blush and highlighter, I always use my Laura Geller blush right here. And then for my highlighter, I'm going to use my Hard Candy highlighter right here. And this is in Rose Gold. I don't know if you guys could see that right there. And then this one here don't really have a name. It just says Broadway Blush. So let's get into it. Okay. So for the blush, what I always do is I always suck in like this and follow the crease of my cheekbones right here. Okay? So like this. Just like that. But you want to make sure you blend it out. It's going to look really, however you would say it, horrible. I meant to say horrible and terrific at the same time. Alright, you see that? Okay. So, the same brush that I used for the powder, I'm just going to blend that into my cheeks. And you guys can see how good that looks now. There we go. Okay, for my highlighter, I'm going to use my e.l.f. small stipple brush right here, as you guys can see what he looks like. So for this, I'm going to take it and I'm going to tap like this. And then I'm going to back and forth and tap again until I get as much as I want on the brush. Then, over top of where I just put the blush, right here on the cheekbone, that is where your highlighter will go. And then you want to make sure you kind of blend that into the blush, or it's just going to look like you just put it on there. So, same thing, tap it along your blush, and then blend down into your blush. There you go. And then what else I always do is take it on my temple, tip of my nose, and Cupid's bow. Okay. Okay, so for lipstick, I've got these two right here, which is the LA Colors lipstick right here. And this is in Frozen Berry. Or I've got my, you guys know Graveyard Girl here on YouTube. I got her lip gloss thing in, this is Texas Toast. This is one of my absolute favorite lipsticks. But this is going to go on top. I'm barely going to line my lips with this purplish color right here. Just enough to give it a little texture. So you're just going to dab it on there a little bit. Okay, you guys see? You guys see how my lip is so cracked right there? Just to give it some formation right there. Okay, then I'm going to take the Graveyard Girl lipstick. I have not used this lipstick in forever. So, I'm just going to take it. And you guys can see how that purple look gives it. So there you guys go. There is a fall makeup look for you guys in full detail. Okay, so here you guys go. This here is this fall makeup look in full detail. I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick and easy fall makeup look. I know it wasn't too quick, but I haven't filmed a video for you guys in a while, so I was actually really excited talking to you guys again because I haven't filmed anything forever. But here is what the look looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a big thumbs up. Go down, hit that little red subscribe button if you ain't already. And I will see you guys in my next one. Turn on the little bell to let me know if I want to upload.